can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. I can't stand no more, cause I'm a fool. I cannot go to school, cause no more money. Hey yo, excuse me, Mr. Journalist. I wonder how you make your headlines in the press release today. Although I read the news every day, but I'm really still getting confused now. And I just wanna ask you some questions. Oh, is it based on money? Is it based on presidency? Is it based on technology? Is it based on war? Tell me, we got major headlines. Oh, we got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. We got major headlines. We got major story. Yeah. There is no job, no money for hustlers. Come take a coverage, the rainy season coming soon. In the ghetto, all the houses are full of leakage, nowhere to sleep. Come and see the widow, living in the street with her children. Since the daddy went to war to fight, he never lived to see them. The children have no shelter, oh, children have no education. The children have no one to call their friend. The children
let me say good morning to our audience around the world. This morning, we intend to discuss the issues of our country. Who is R.N Kollie? What have he done? Is this guy really up to the task? Do we have to actually get R.N Kollie a credence? What have he done? What has R.N Kollie, Senate Major, declared his asset? What actually does young men believe in? What are some of his manifesto? What are some of the ideology that this guy have engulfed from the CDC? The masses are suffering the state of our country, Monrovia, where R.N Kollie is the boss. What are some of the plans? What he intends to do for the city? We will dive into that. What are some of R.N Kollie's plans against few individuals in our country? Joao Taylor is no exception. The guy have secretly discussed with the CDC for them to be able to lobby, and so they can be able to remove Joao Taylor. The president of the Republic of Liberia is in another era. Another violations have taken place around 9th Street this morning. We are informed that the president of the Republic of Liberia appointed someone to the National Lottery. Workers this morning started protesting. All those of the president appointed, those people that they met at the National Lottery this morning, the guy said they are not leaving. Why? Because they are right. It's tenure position at the area, at the National Lottery. It's tenure position. It's not just like other entity that the president can just appoint and you go there and you will be removed. This morning, the police are around Fenner campus. Heavily armed this morning. They are around Fenner campus to deal with supers, but we will resist. What do you call democracy? Our country is definitely diving into military regime.
Georgie coming again. Don't want to roll Mama Joe coming again. Who want to roll City coming again? And they walk on Giant coming soon. Better move your better move your it's about a giveaway.
Now the president and the less of Jefferson Kollie and other individuals. They want to move central bank boss. They are saying the hardship in the country is because of central bank. So now they want to move the lady, Madam Weeks, should be removed. Not only as that, you also have a Frida Turner at the LRA. Jefferson Kollie pay individual to protest against the woman removal. But one good thing that we know that position is also a tenure position. So to remove that woman, you must wait for her tenure to be expired. When her tenure is expired, then you have the right to appoint another person. But it's like the president and Jefferson Kollie, they are not ready. They don't understand tenure positions. But we will dive into it plate by plate and we'll discuss the issues of SUP. If you are not aware, some of us, we were at the university when we told Ellen to go to not speak to militants under the political palaver. At the time, Benedict Saka Chibo William, who was the chairman. And so you think we are here for joke? You think supers are there to take crumbs?
Celebrate. It's a beautiful day. We'll celebrate. We'll celebrate. Déjà bientôt ready. We'll celebrate. It's a holiday, your moment. We'll celebrate. You be brothers in your way. We'll celebrate. Nothing you can tell us now. We'll celebrate. Nothing you get to tell us now. We'll celebrate. We are inside the breeze. Mama, you are inside the breeze.
Brothers International, y'all.
Team feeling we in a race. Team we feeling we in a race. Everybody look at it. Feeling we in a race.
Y'all moving on the road because we coming in with full. Kakabella, Jella, Wapi. We coming here, y'all to beat it. Big politician, we putting y'all on the ground. CDC, feeling take it. We party, y'all can see it. John Man, we are. FT, Joe, Howard Taylor. Hey, Crow Brothers, huh? We don't want to country giant. Y'all know we the lion. We on lion strip on Zion. So save the people there. On the hands of the wicked one. Darkim and Fuma. So they start to gotta get away. But we are Popo. That's sleeping for this supposed to Popo. FT, Joe, Popo. I'm picking like that's supposed to Popo. They call our heavyweight. That we the champion team. Peace where we remain. International we do bleed. Sing with me, say Aja le 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 oh. Si o le 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 oh. Aja le 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 oh. Si o le 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 oh. Say power to the people. Put it by the men and do evil. They say the people whack. I don't put in there in the spot. They get a big game. No easy rapping can rap the king. Gotta get away. And it's about the end your space. Atarako we plugging. CDC now take it.
For you go to check with a nuts, I push the bite in the dust. The people that come here nuts. Let the people just shut them more. When they tell you what is there to go, when they can't be showing the glove, when you put it there at the door, and you see that guy leaving you a bar, that's just because he's not getting a job. Telling people how she ain't enough, well, I'm not log at some more. All the talks are the force of the critics. The only thing we see that rhetorics, you're still talking how the journal plates it. Then I walk in and order or bringing for 250 for answer, 250 even for pepper soup. The guys are away and manico.
Dive into the issues of Jefferson Kollie this morning. All the dubious and crooked behavior of Jefferson Kollie will be exposed this morning. All the dubious and crooked behavior will be exposed this morning on the Abraka talk show with me, Mzee Abraham K. Kamara. I will not give credence to some of you guys that saying, oh, R.N Kollie said this and he said that. I'm not here to respond to that. The first thing first is that R.N Kollie is a talk show host that have been bought by the government. So I don't need to give R.N and you guys a credence. I'm here to discuss the issue. Okay? We want you to share the page. Invite someone this morning for us to discuss this issue. The issues of Jefferson Kollie. This morning, the University of Liberia students went to Federal campus and they met Amen surrounded the campus of the University of Liberia, specifically Federal campus. What is actually going on in our country? Jungle justice. The guys are trying to reduce our country to a military rule. Jefferson Kollie is the individual that is around the president to discuss and mislead the president of the Republic of Liberia. And for President I just believe that he don't have a crack team to give him the advice that he needs. And that is the reason why the president continues to make mistakes. Another violation this morning. Men started demonstrating around 11th Street, Cinco this morning. Only because the president violated the law. The national lottery. All those that are serving the lottery are there for 2 years and 4 years. So you're supposed to wait for their tenure to be expired before you appoint another person. That's a similar thing they wanted to do to Elfrida Tama. When Jefferson Kollie paid men to get in the street to demonstrate against the woman, saying that the woman get fake degree. Only because they want to remove Elfrida Tama. But you should not worry, when the woman tenure is over, she will leave that country. Let me welcome you to the Abraka Talk Show, and this morning we're going to be discussing issue of national concern, the security aspect of our country, what is going on with SUP, what is SUP history, can a toothless bulldog like President George Mananwia put fear in us as SUPists? Can a Jefferson Kollie, who trying to infiltrate the system to put men against SUPists, do we really need to give a man who is not even a college material, do we really need to give him credence? I said no. And all the SUP is never wrong. SUP Secretary General is never wrong today, tomorrow, and forever. The SUP chairman is never wrong. I repeat, because we believe in SUP and we believe in the manifesto of SUP. We believe in the ideas, the pillars that SUP was founded on. It's not we gave birth to modern day democracy. In our country, Liberia, SUP gave birth to modern day democracy. Don't want it to disrespect our party. But he saw what SUPists are meant for. President Taylor went to destroy SUP, and then they brought Studa. Alomiza, corrupt Alomiza, who was one point in time a representative. 2006. They have the record of SUP. Moses Ascarel Gray, who came from Sin, also have the record. They know what SUP is capable of doing. We don't fear anyone. And so this morning, Jefferson Kollie and the rest of others, let me just take you a little bit back. Who is Jefferson Kollie? A mere high school dropout. That's the kind of person he is. This is a man who believes in violence. Jefferson Kollie is not creative person. And then you come to our country through your party's SUP to say, oh yes, indeed, you want to destabilize our party. We gave birth to CDC. SUP gave birth to CDC. Because it is SUP advocacy that caused various political parties to be established in our country. So CDC was given birth to by SUP. What are some of the programs that a certain mayor will put into place? When you are a certain mayor, you should know your boundary, where your power ends. Going around Congo is not a place that Jefferson Kollie is supposed to be going. But you see, when people don't understand the law, when people are definitely being, pursued with finances, and these guys lost their ideas. Look at our city. Our city today can never be compared to any city around Africa. Not even West Africa, but Africa. Jefferson Kollie, no program has been put into place on how he and his officers will behave in the city of Monrovia. Oh, you did not just get that. Jefferson Kollie don't have no programs. The guy is in fact going to Congo Town to generate. Yeah. This guy is actually confused. You enter Broad Street, you see poo-poo all on Broad Streets. You smell feces. Monrovia is more dirty than ever before. Monrovia is more dirty than ever before. So for us, we will not get credit to Kollie. For those of you guys that are taking crumbs from Jefferson Kollie table, go and continue to taste your crumbs. Go and continue to eat crumbs from Jefferson table. But for supers, we will not give him chance. Our focus is the administration, the president. SUP and supers were never in the wrong to demonstrate against hardship in our country. To demonstrate against the high increasement in U.S. rate. For the president, this is a president who is in Liberia, but this guy traveled than any other president that have ever been in our country. Jefferson Kollie. Are you not aware? And let me say this for those of you that are working in the office of Joel Howard Taylor. This is a time that you need to be careful with Kollie. I repeat, this is the time that you guys need to be careful with Jefferson Kollie. Few weeks ago, Jefferson Kollie paid a visit to the VP office. That visit was not intended was not intended to help the VP. The brother went to the VP office to get news from the VP. And we are informed that the VP need to be very careful with Kollie. It is Jefferson Kollie and the legs of others, including Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, that are convincing President Weah that the hardship, the poverty rate in our country being increased is because of Joel Howard Taylor, because of her link with Charles Taylor. But President Weah, before you came to office, you said that you've been talking to Charles Taylor. So are you sure the problem in our country is not also from you? Are you sure that you and Jefferson Kollie, a man who don't know the function of a city, going to Pinsville to clean when your own city has not been clean? You want me to come here and sit here and start giving credence to a co-star who been discussing me? Do you think that's what I want to discuss? I want to discuss Jefferson Kollie and the president who continue to take the Liberian resources to give to you. We're not discuss you because you are a toothless bulldog, and moreover, you are a decimal. Like I said, I am one of the B-52 talk show hosts. I am one of the B-52. For the fact that I came from SUP, my intellectual arm or arsenal can be compared to North Korea. So we are not here to joke. Anything that affects the life of our people, we will speak of it. We will speak about issues that affect the life of our people. We will not sit here. Like I said yesterday, the citizens sent me text. They want to get me over. I told them and I exposed the text here yesterday. I am not one of those. Why are they to Costa? You continue to buy other guys, not me. I don't need job. Once the life of our people are improved, then we will use the talk show to also discuss the positive thing about this government. This morning, men in arms went on Federal campus to take over the whole campus. And if the international community are listening, we are asking for immediate sanction now. We are asking for sanction because very soon our country will be listed on the list. Money laundering. Our country will be listed among those countries that are involved in money laundering. And so before vast majority of our people go through hardship, we are already experiencing hardship during this man's 6 months of his presidency. The life, what they promised the peasant, what they promised the poor people, have never been implemented. And this is one of the reasons why I sometimes blame the Liberian people. Let them see what it means for an unserious man, President Weah, who is unable to present, who never appear on the stage to debate the issue. In his lifetime, President Weah never debated any issue. But oh yes, this president is well equipped, and this man is prepared to naked himself in time past for thousands of dollars. And I will show that clip for you to know that George Manuel Weah is a complete disaster in our land. He is the calamity in our land. along with Jefferson Kollie. Look, Abdul, the lay brother that Abdul Dollar was in our country sick for more than 2 months. In 2015, when the young man was sick, guess what happened? In 2015, Dr. Formula HB took that young man outside, sent him to Ghana to go and receive treatment. When Jefferson Kollie convinced him to join the CDC, what happened? This young man got sick, and at the end result, the seditions were not prepared to send this young man abroad for treatment. But guess what happened? When Jefferson Kollie was drunk, this young man drank confusedly like the president. Drunk driving. He made an accident. What happened? The people prefer sending him to Ghana. They sent Jefferson Kollie to Ghana. And then all of them were on Facebook. Oh God, thank you. Thank you for the life. Oh, thank you. A political, look, what happened on the ground of the CDC few days ago, where President Weah and the legs of other people, are you telling me now the sedition headquarters have been reduced to Lulu and Checker? Are a serious political party there? The guys are seriously involved into things that we never expected them to be. Jefferson Kollie is a criminal. Jefferson Kollie, along with the president, they have never declared their asset. They have violated the law. Article 90 of the Liberian Constitution has also been violated. Article 90 gave right to the establishment of the Code of Conduct. The Code of Conduct, under this administration, none of them have declared their asset. Nepotistic behavior is actually going on. Yesterday, you will not also believe that yesterday, Molba Molu sent the list of 35 names of the guys from the CDC to join Ministry of Transport. Then my question to the minister yesterday, what was the process? Did you open this process to the public? What is the requirement for one to become an inspector? Let us not just look at people coming from the CDC to say, oh yeah, Molba Molu sending names. There are other people who voted for President Weah who are not seditionists. You are not forced to be a seditionist for you to vote for a particular president. So what they did by sending 35 names yesterday to Ministry of Transport, it was also wrong. Jefferson Kollie is the man that the president thinking that will replace him. But that one, you're playing fun. You're playing serious fun. Because we will reject him. We will resist to the core. I repeat, we will resist to the core. Any attempt to bring Jefferson Kollie closer to the executive, President Weah, then that means you are not ready yet. Your days are even numbers. President Weah, your presidency, gradually you have spent 6 months. But it's like you have actually spent 3 years in office. Look at how the city is dirty. What are you guys doing to improve the life of our people? To improve city ordinance? Oh no. If you are to take a high school dropout to make him city mayor, and this man thinking that He is the godfather of the young people. There are more young people in our country that are well equipped, well sophisticated. And some of the young people are people like Jacob Zuma Njala, Bwaka Jaliba, Stephen Johnson, Abraham Darius Dillon, including myself. But based on party sentiment, President Weah continues to bring incompetent people like him. Based on party sentiment, you continue to bring people who are not competent and qualified. There are differences between experience and qualification. There are two things you always look at in government. You look at the issue, what is this man's qualification? Do you have a degree? If so, where? When? What institution did you actually graduated from? What year? What experience do you have? You don't have the educational backing. The job experience, you don't have it. You have never worked. You have always been in CDC working. Drinking confusedly, bringing young people who have pleasure in drinking Casaprico like the Deputy Information Minister. It is the same Jefferson Kochi that put men in the street to demonstrate against the lady from LRA, Frida Tama. At the end result, where is it? Where is it? We told you guys that President Weah was in error and attempt to move Frida Tama now. It's a turning position. Look at how unserious the president is.
If you want to fire with that, we will never run away from CDC.
I'm at the party. I am a mother party. I am a mother party. I am a mother party. Both away, both away, both away. Hoorah, 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 hoorah. I am a dog, yeah, yeah. I am a dog, yeah, yeah. I am a dog, yeah, yeah. I am a dog, yeah, Mensa, we got on fire. Mensa, we got on fire. Mensa, we got on fire. We are the massive, we can't get tired. 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 We are the massive, we can't get tired.
Come on, keep on.
You are wasting your time. You are wasting your time. We're behind. You are wasting your time. We're behind. You are wasting your time. You don't have the money. You don't have the money to defeat us. You don't have the money to defeat us. You don't have the money to defeat us. You are wasting your time. You don't have the money. You don't have the money to defeat us. You don't have the money to defeat us. You don't have the money to defeat us. You are wasting your time. You don't have the D12. You don't have the D12 to defeat us. You don't have the D12 to defeat us. You don't have the D12 to defeat us. You are wasting your time.
You waste money.
You waste money. You waste money. You waste money. You waste money. You waste money. You waste money. You waste money.
Oh, you waste it.
You waste it. You waste it.
Well, this Saturday morning is CDC versus WAS, Georgia All-Star. That is.
You want us to believe in a man who don't have plan for a country? Do you really think the SUPists will believe in such a man? First time in African history for a president, for an athlete, especially from soccer, to naked himself and work in the restaurants, not even for millions, but for thousands. At the end result, the Liberian people decided to make this man president. That was the beginning of our frustration in the land. That was the beginning of the calamity, of a disgrace in our land. Poverty. I will show you guys the clip.
I deodoranti Roberts Noir Active Performance ti danno tutta la sicurezza Roberts.
That's the president. The lady that he is in fact sitting with, the lady is seriously surprised to see a man naked himself for thousands. Austin J.J. Okocha never did that. Wango Kanu never did that. Emmanuel Adebayo never did that. All these guys have money than George Mannen we had before becoming president. Wango Kanu is one of the richest. But these are people that the Liberian people voted for. The Jefferson Kochi, the Malba K. Molu, and the list go on. They voted for the CDC. So in such, they voted for the ideas of the CDC. And then you want us, as young people, to believe in such a people? You want us to believe in Mele Jefferson Kochi, who don't understand anything? The men prefer going to South Africa and take picture with Julius Malema. The men going to South Africa to spending the Liberian people money to just go take picture with Julius Malema. When vast majority of the people in our city living in complete diet. Living in diet. There are no program put into place to help our people. And then you claim that you are going against SUP. You are going against SUP. Not only as that, you were successful in convincing the president to send men. You see, the police director in our country, the guy have ballet. The police director have ballet. But nothing up here. You see the man looking huge. Nothing up here. The man is another fool. The police director is another fool that we have. They call him Patrick. The guy is a fool. Only a fool can appoint fool. President Weah is a direct fool. President Weah is a disgrace to modern day democracy. Look at the U.S. rate. The brother have not been able to sit down with other international community for them to be able to help him improve the economy of our country. The U.S. rate is going sky high. The U.S. rate is actually computing with the amount of time the president has spent in foreign affairs. In 6 months' time, the U.S. rate, the buying rate is 164. The exchange rate in the bank is 152. Outside is 155. From EAWA Junction straight to Broad Street, our people are paying 150. Now, compare that to the time that the president has actually spent in office. 167 days President Weah has actually spent in office. The U.S. rate is 164, the buying rate. The exchange rate in the bank is 152. So the rate is actually computing with the amount of time the president has actually spent in office. And you want us to be one of your praise singers? You want us to be glorifying you? We would not do that. President Weah is actually a dictator. A dictator is a person that don't listen. They go ahead. President Weah can easily be compared to other dictators from Africa. For example is Uganda. Uganda former president or late president. A dictator have been introduced in our country. For you to know that this president is a complete dictator, this is a man that was controlling our national team and wanted everybody. The man almost slept with everybody's wife. That's the kind of man we have in today in our country as a president. The man almost. That is the reason why he and Diba never make it. He and Kevin Sengbe disagree many times. Because when a man sleep with your wife, he see you as an enemy. That's the kind of man the president is. All the young girls in our country, the man is taking in hand. A serious minded president will still be womanizing. It was not Malba Molu that just went to Dubai in recent time. The president, he went with the president, but Malba Molu covertly went there with 3 girls. And the president went there. That's the kind of president we have. After that, you saw the appointment. You saw the appointment after that. After the guys came from Dubai. The man appointed one of his girlfriends as Noka CEO. One of his girlfriends that dealt with him. Throughout the night, they dated him. Inside, outside. The man left from Dubai confused. Appointment went on. He appointed that guy as the CEO. We are not gossiping here. One of the main girlfriend that the Liberian put on is the boss. Is the boss of NPA, the National Port Authority. that employ all the wears. Cecilia Coffer Brown, the man there with her. You will recall that Cecilia Coffer Brown never supported President Weah presidency. Never. Go on her page and see. The liar can say my words not behind the river. Go there and see. After Cecilia knew that this man was winning, the best enemy city with a man. Everybody that has slept with the president, he appointed them in office. Cecilia was appointed as deputy for administration more than 5 months. She was acting. So are you telling me no one else in our country to be the MD, the managing director for the port? The woman acted for more than 5 months. Today, the woman have actually been given the MD position. After 5 months of acting, the woman was acting in dual capacities. And that's not strange because the woman employed all the wears. What was the criteria set for their employment? How was the employment done? What is the qualification for those individuals that have been given the position, the wears? Because we are informed that the wear don't love education. The wears, especially those that are with President Weah. His sister, no, never graduated from high school. But today, she is making $4,000 every month. Her other brother. So you want us to glorify these people? That's what you want? Yesterday, when I'm saying yesterday, I mean Ellen administration. We told Ellen that you will not speak under the political palaver. I was with Benedict Saka Chibo William at the time. The reason why Ellen Johnson Sirleaf came on the campus after Mary Brown told the university students that before their school fee can be paid, they must go into the gutters and clean the feces before their school fee be paid. Education in our country is not a privilege, it's a right. It's not a privilege. When Ellen went there, Ellen was coming from the auditoriums. Ellen was on her way. At the same time, Benedict Saka Chibo William, the former Secretary General of LINSU, we all were posted, we barricaded as a supist. Ellen King, she said she wanted. We said, no, go. You don't value education. You want us to go and clean people's feces before we can be able to get our school fees? If that is the case, go. Ellen left. It did not stay long. Ellen left the country. I was able to organize more than 45 men to demonstrate. I was successful in putting more than 45 men together. That school fee has not been paid. We took the street. By that time, the president was not in the country. Guess what happened? And some of those individuals that were with us that day are still in Liberia. Fode Sharif was present. Today he is in a CDC. Robert Selly sent men to come for us. We said no. We went to Robert. At last, the people said, Chief, if our boss man is calling you, go and hear what he have to say. We went there. Robert Selly gave the money. The ball had the Liberian people money. In Robert Selly's office, you could see money cartoons. Cartoons of money. I was surprised. The vast majority of the people will be living in poverty. Vast majority of our brothers and sisters' school fees has not been paid. They may having cartoons of money in his office. At the end result, Robert Selly said he was giving the money to Mary Bro to give it to Prof. Tappen, the commerce minister today. Toothless Budole Jefferson Kollie. You think you can buy more soup? You think you can really buy more soup? You think you can really make it with us? The first thing first, when you go through soup, country training classes. You go through soup training, your way of behaving is completely different. The way you act in your community is completely different. Because we believe in the masses. We believe in improving the life of the comrades and compeers. Let the way Zanzankawa having pleasure in satisfying the chief Zo and Zodoas. Jefferson Kollie is a serious disgrace, like President Weah. But for us, we know that President Weah received additional 50,000 from the Lebanese community. You know, folks, when I said this and I dealt with them, Jefferson Kollie asked their media team to go on the website and remove the check. 50,000 that was presented by the Lebanese people. Jefferson Kollie asked the comrades to go and remove it. Keep your call coming on 215-578-1050. We will show the SUPs. The SUPs. These guys that we believe in. Our party is never wrong and will not be wrong anytime, any day. Keep your call coming. Our both lines are open. Keep your call coming.
It's the Unification Party. Carrying out the forces protesting against the astronomical increment is causing untold suffering on the masses of our people in Liberia. And as you can see now, the Student Unification Party, the Secretary General of the Student Unification Party, in person of R.N Kollie, and the Assistant Secretary General, you can see them live. Yeah. See them? As you can see, they are chanting, "URA must come down. Giapra must come down." You can see them live. Go behind, doing live. You see? Live. Masses of the people.
Let's take our first call. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yes, hello, how are you?
I'm trying to be good.
Yeah, I'm calling from Paris. My name is Frank Gacy. It's unfortunate I don't know the topic this morning because you are mixing everything up. You are not speaking on one point. So I don't know which point I'm going to start from. But in every country, the president has the sole power to appoint whosoever he trusts and he prefers in a particular position. And the point of Efira Tamba has contract has ended. The term of our service at the LRA has ended. So it was in the contract of the president
when her tenure was ended.
Effectively July 1, Efira Tamba has no contract now at the LRA. It was now within the president to meeting her or replace her. Every president can replace and appoint anybody in his or her government as he wills,
including National Lottery.
Maybe I told you this morning that you're mixing everything up, so we got to speak.
I have the right to mix everything up.
I got to test one of the one by one, then two, so you have to give me time.
Oh, no, you have the 2 minutes. Go ahead.
If the topic
when you finish, I will deal with it. And if I deal with Jefferson Kollie involvement in sending military men this morning,
Jefferson Kollie is the city mayor of Liberia, of Monrovia, so he has the right to protect the Monrovian community.
Fenakamba is not in Monrovia. Fenakamba is not in Monrovia. No, that Fenakamba is not in Monrovia. That is in front of contradiction. But thank you. Thank you. Have a God bless day. I'm not here to waste time. Before you come here, you should know what you want to say. The National Lottery, are you not informed that those guys are the president appointed? Is in error? Are you not aware of that? Are you not aware of that? The position, these guys are there for 4 years and 2 years. The deputy are there for 2 years. So you come here to come bring cheap gossip. That's why we get time for that. I don't have time for that. Go on your Costa show, go watch that one. With me. I will remain in my every day on my show. I will wear a military fatigue. I will wear military clothes every time I am having a show. All the military clothes, I will purchase them one by one. You saw me in the Tagos track. Today, this is the one you are seeing me in. The desert uniform, you will also see that next week. The strap, the people call it ATU uniform in our country. That is to tell you we are prepared to discuss and deal with this government sufficiently. We are prepared. Now, you think that you want to come for me? Come for me. You and my lawyer were talking. Since my lawyer contacted the government, they have gone in coma. The guys are gone in coma. I'm not here for a joke. Since my lawyer contacted them, the guys gone in coma. I thought they would be here by now. I thought they would be here. So that we can go to court. That alone will cost them $500,000. You serious, come? When we defeat you, then you will pay $3.5 million to me and my family. I have one of the best lawyers, one of the best criminal lawyers in the state of Pennsylvania. And he is a Liberian. He is one of the survivors from the Lutheran Church. By that you should know who I'm speaking of. Those are cases that he in fact loved. So you are serious, come. Let Jefferson Kollie and the president, let them bring some money. Now take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yes, I'm calling from Atlanta. I did not follow the topic, but I want to ask, I overheard you saying that Jefferson Kollie sends troop to Fene. Is that true?
Yeah, he asked the police director for them to send troop to Fene because what SUP, yesterday SUP planned to demonstrate. The guys were to demonstrate yesterday, but they actually planned it in their circle today. Somebody left and gave Jefferson Kollie the information. So the best thing they did was to inform the police director to send men. This morning, men were surrounded to two places. 11th Street. 11th Street, which is part of Monrovia. Men were there around the National Lottery this morning. Police were armed. This morning, they were also at Fenner campus to stop all the demonstration.
I want to know. Nigerians have a very short memory when it comes to us. Very short. Have we forgotten what happened on LU campus with Grady Allison? You cannot use the security forces against the people. You saw again Ellington when the Ebola broke out, when they sent the soldier to West Point, what happened? Somebody was killed, and the American embassy called Ellington to withdraw the soldier from the street. Immediately on a burning Samoka. If the students are demonstrating, it is the Constitution of Liberia that gave every citizen the right to have a peaceful demonstration. This government is cracking down on press freedom and movement of people. This is how dictatorship starts. This is how dictatorship starts. And let me say to the people of Liberia and to President Weah, you said that you believe in 200% of press freedom, according to your Ministry of Information, Mr. Sakon. And if you believe in it, if the Liberian people have a grievance, let they demonstrate. Security can be there to guard them against property. But the city mayor, these guys are power drunk. Jefferson Kollie, you're too young. You cannot trust the guy with power. If the student have a problem, it is a legitimate problem because there's a hardship in the country. And you going to have celebration. Man, what is that? People are talking serious issue and you go into party headquarters, polling attendant, and you say you having a celebration. Celebration for what?
For the money they have taken. The brother was broke before coming to the presidency.
Oh yeah, but let me bring something to your attention. See the video that they posted. You see 9, 10, 12-year-old children with liquor in their hand.
Oh.
And the president of Liberia is there seeing 9 and 10, 12-year-old children with liquor.
Mm-hmm.
There's a serious problem in that country. The minister of finance is there dancing.
Oh.
When gas price is going through the roof, commodity prices going through the roof.
They don't want to compare that gas that they have in our country with the gas we get here. They say because gas price going on here in America.
How much for gas here? Gas is $2 something.
No, but more even gas prices like that. Is that the same gas? The gas we have 3 different grade here. We have premium, we have silver, and we have regular. In Liberia, you only have one. You put in your car, your engine light come on straight.
Let's say this: there's no comparison. These people are insane. How will you want to compare the United States with that of Liberia? You know the economy of this country, the highest, the largest economy in the world. That's what you want to compare yourself with. I said this thing here: the finance minister cannot come out to tell the Liberian people what is the plan that they have to control this issue in Liberia, the monetary issue. The central bank, which supposed to be the one to set the monetary policy, is not speaking.
The guys covertly, the guy asking her now to resign. The central bank governor to resign now.
But that will not solve the problem.
Oh.
They won't solve the problem. He, the president, is supposed to set the path of this government. I said it the other day, look, George, we are years. The first thing you need to do is to cut down all the minister's salary, not 25%. Someone making 15,000 now. If you cut down 25% of the salary, how much do you
have? The president himself said he was going to cut his salary. But what we saw in the budget, that is to tell that they may increase it.
Of course.
Because it is the budget that they go by.
Yes.
So if the budget pass, and they may have huge money there. Some places where Ellen, they may have more money there than Ellen.
Oh yeah.
So how would a man tell me, say, oh yeah, indeed, you trying to reduce it? No, President Weah is a white-collar criminal.
Security.
President Weah is a clear criminal. I'm telling the international community and those that are watching, they know that this president is a thief, a 419.
But Baka, let me ask you, why this man went and put money there to renovate the mansion when there was a contract, the government paid for that contract already? Oh. Why they put money there again to renovate the contract? I mean, the executive mansion. Why?
The guys want to samphone the money. They say, you don't know this crook we have?
But the question here is,
the man is desperate. The man can do anything. If this man naked himself to walk in the restaurant for thousands of dollars, that's telling me that President Weah can do anything for money.
But look what happened in Ghana. The president of the Ghana Football Association, they accused George Weah receiving $63,000 with a Dubai guy. It was in the Ghanaian people. The Ghana Football Association president that resigned, that on an investigation, received George Weah connived with him, so with a Dubai company. So when he became president, so the people can get a whole lot of contract in Liberia. During the campaign, he received $63,000. Where is the Liberian people? Where is the Liberian?
But the Ghanaian actress, are you also informed that this man gave her money? Jackie?
I can't. Look, I cannot. This
Jackie
guy
Appiah received money from this lady. That what made Joan Taylor vex. I don't know whether he slept with a woman or what happened.
Of course.
Why you will get a woman $60-some more thousand? For what?
The man's a womanizer, man. The man's a womanizer. The guy's a prostitute.
Thank you, Chief.
But you know what happened? Let me just tell you. This is God coming back to punish the Liberian people.
Oh.
Because when we were telling them this guy was not a presidential material, they did not listen to us. They said we're against it. We're against it. We told them, look, there was an opportunity to this man. You had Joseph Boaga, you had Cummings, people who are working international organizations, well known. They said George Weah was the material. Now it's coming back now to biting.
Oh.
These guys were only there. They only want to get about to soften the pocket, the bottom line. All the guys were broke. Jefferson Collins never worked. I tell you, great. Twe, you stay in the Ministry of Finance. I'm not going to have 3 years short budget for. Is this man going to make Minister of Finance?
Thank you, Chief. Loud to this call from Liberia.
Thank you. Yeah.
Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Liberia.
Quickly, I guess you are calling from Liberia.
Yeah, actually, I don't really know the topic now because I just went online now. So I want to know the topic.
My brother, just talk what you can see. What you experiencing in the country right now, just talk about it.
I experiencing good life and peace.
Okay.
Good development. So,
okay.
And the government is working.
Okay.
So.
And the city of Monrovia is very clean. The city of Monrovia is very clean.
But
no
they say you want to destroy the thought you want to destroy in the city. They will not just see the regime. It's come. It came from the past regime.
Oh.
And Labrador, let me tell you, Labrador,
the past regime was graded 80%. President Weah said Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, government did 80%. When the journalist asked him, he said he graded Ellen Johnson Sirleaf 80%. 80% is a passing mark. 80% is good. So it will look frustrating when you guys continue to blame Ellen.
So I'm blaming Ellen. I'm not blaming Ellen, Nina, just Weah. Liberia, our people, our co-follower never lay the city. Today is not lay off.
So what happened this morning around Fenner campus?
Every day you have come again.
Fenner campus military men and went there this morning in arm.
Yeah, but if a citizen of in a country they want to demonstrate, if the police go there, nowhere the army will go there. The army not going to beat somebody. The army not going to kill. The army going to put in place. If the police can make it, and the army can go. So it's not bad for the army to go there. We are going to go kill.
Oh, okay. So it's not bad for the police to also go on 9th Street. It means on 11th Street this morning. Oh, I see. To the office of the National Security System.
You discuss this security system. If you discuss this security, if someone, what you expect for them to go? The police.
Oh, okay.
If the police can make it, who you expect next? It's the army.
So the raid this morning, the raid drive, eh?
We're not discussing raid.
No,
I'm asking you now. Our country, everything is okay. The raid was hard before the government take power.
No.
The raid was hard before the government take power.
Don't say that on the show. The raid was never hard like the way it is.
The raid was hard before the government take power. So the government carry the raid on.
The raid was 54.
The raid was at 400. The raid was at 400 before the government take power.
So what you want to do to you this morning before you lying to us like this?
We lying to her. The raid was in 90 when the government take power. The raid was in 110 when the government take power. The raid was at 120 when the government take power. And what you want to say?
Thank you, Chief.
And what you want to say? Tell me. And you say audience?
No, I don't want to say anything, Chief. Thank you.
I'm listening to you. What you want to say? Every time you just say in America and just discuss because you see in America. Just go on and talk.
You want me to be in Liberia, a place? You want me to be in Liberia, a place? No, listen.
Let me tell you, if you want to help the government, if you want to help the country, come down Liberia and just discuss the issue that Henry Costa.
Where they want to
the government? But
you want me to go to a place?
The government, and you wake up, you say, government, they to read her, people all over. People for you, people in where people going. And you want to destroy the country.
But then my people really good because my people lasted for all that years.
You people in the country, you get the country. You get the country, people living in the country. You just taking America and cause not. Just taking America and causing loud or not.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you.
You're not helping the country. You're not helping the government.
Hey, Mama, I said thank you. Your time. Thank you, now.
No, I'm telling you. So let's see how best we can help our government. Not to say that it's not time for tapping. It's time for all to carry our country's power. Come down and help your country. What you can do for your country. Right, not what your country. Okay. Not what your country can do for you.
All right, Chief. Thank you. Let me take this one. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Thank you, brother, for having me on board. I'm Sam Barry calling from Minnesota.
Quickly, Chief.
My brother, thank you for your show. You give us all the right information that we need to know about this government. I don't know how some people living in Liberia and they don't understand.
Yesterday, Mother Marie said 35 names of citizens to work at Ministry of Transport. You think that is right?
It's not right.
Talking and then you say this and that. If the Ministry of Transport want to employ people, they should be able to put it in the public. Let the public apply.
Liberia, we are suffering. The country is suffering. The country needs help. Why with this budget, every time the budget comes out, 87% should be used on recurring expenses? Why? How many percent is going to the development of the country? Why can't we see it? Why people keep talking? Why people are so blind? Why? I mean, we are very frustrated. We are one of the oldest African countries. We come to celebrate another Independence Day and we have nothing to prove for it. But people still talking about John Weah this, John Weah that. John Weah is a mess. He was a disgrace to our country. And we should know that you say, oh, you guys don't own Liberia. We are all Liberia. We own Liberia. We got the right to talk when shit is not going right. We got it right. And we'll keep talking until something is done. And brother, thank you for your show because you gave us a fair platform for us to hear what's going on in the country. And I follow you every single day.
Thank you, Chief.
Thanks for having me on board. Liberia, we need to wake up out of our sleep. We need to wake up and do something.
Thank you. Woman, now how you going to make president? You want me to subscribe to that? I'll take this one. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Good morning. This is Cindy. I'm calling in.
It's like you are far from your phone, Yasini.
Okay, I am far from my phone. Is it better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it better?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm calling. I just heard a gentleman calling from Liberia and giving some lame excuses. I sent you some information last night to speak on that protest because I got intelligent information last night that Mobile Molu were going to try to sabotage the protest for LU, and that's exactly what they've done to intimidate people. Liberians have not learned. Maybe some of these people in leadership, so-called leadership, need to go back to history and understand, even around the world, how things work. You challenge or intimidate or kill students or children as a government, you will be asking for trouble from the rest of the international community. I'll go back. This is history repeating itself. In the early 80s, when the students decided to speak up, PRC government sent people on LU campus, and they killed students. Some got hurt because they were running at the back of, I don't know how you went that street, at the back of, is it 3rd Street or I think it's 3rd Street, okay? My brother was among one of those people. SUP, the organization that they saw on Saturday or this week, called SUP, that particular group on LU have breed some of the best brains, okay, that Liberia had ever produced, okay? And some of the best advocates, maybe later on they got tired, who brought light to Liberia. So I would strongly advise this government, because majority of them are inept anyway, okay? And I'm sorry for me to come to this point and say not to be so, how you call it, but when you come and start challenging the best minds in the country and our children, you are starting problems. So this is history repeating itself. And that will be the downfall if they don't take time. I always say we has an opportunity to make a U-turn and do what is right by the people as he has promised. But like this weekend where we saw him as the president of a nation being so divisive and unprofessional, okay, and unpatriotic, we didn't know it was under the sedition of people who voted for him that he was going to be president for. So in so many words on Saturday in his chat, he pointed that out. I need Liberian people, especially those worshippers, to understand, okay, 2.2 million registered voters, 700,000 of them is not majority. That we say majority is the majority that return to the pool. So they have relationships to build. They have wars to put. If they put wars up, they're shooting themselves in the foot. So let me go back. Let me go back and say about the budget. The budget is laughable. You were complaining for the people paying money, but your budget is over 300 million. For LNG for 200 million, your budget is not 300 million, and you have not even told us how you're going to generate that fund. Liberian money Liberia does not produce that money. Majority of those money come from donors. And you have not been transparent. Okay? Nobody's going to give you your money, their money, so just take it and put it in your pocket. They are not sophisticated. That's the thing. When you cannot follow other people who have paid their dues, who have the intellectual property, or understand the strategy to be able to manipulate stuff, but you just come in and you're greeted. I am sorry, my dear brother, They can call the dude that just called is in denial. He's a worshiper, and I'm sorry he's calling from Liberia. I don't know, maybe he's a friend that something will happen to him, or he's looking for his own job. Because in Liberia, everybody say we want change. But me, like the majority of us, I say if we want a chance to have an opportunity to steal like everybody else and raise our children, okay, like we saw this weekend. And they suddenly Liberia kill our people, force indoctrinate our children, force them to kill people, while their children were in other countries getting educated and now they're living good life. That's some of the things I say. We need a war and economic crime court before we need to prosecute them, even go after their children and their children for the money that they use on them. Let them pay our country back so we can use that money to build our country.
Thank you.
We don't need to borrow money from anybody.
Thank you, Yasini.
You're welcome.
Keep your call coming. That's the men of SUP. You can see Buru Liver, R.N Kollie, and then you see one Kamara. Those are men. You see Siafa Kane, those are men of our party. Those are men that we believe in. We don't believe in picking like Jefferson Kochi, a man who don't understand his function. A man who don't know what he's supposed to be doing. But for SUPists, they know what their interests are. The interests of the masses are the same interests of SUP. SUPists want to see the country moving forward. Look at this caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Hey, Kabi, how you doing? This is Fred.
Fred, how you doing, Chief?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. How's everything?
Trying to be good. Quickly to the issue, Chief.
Yeah, I haven't been really following, but I think I started hearing people are seeing the SUP picture. I think I was reading from Martin post that they sent armed police on the campus to be able to calm down some other stuff.
This morning?
Yeah, but I think what is going on is that I think Judge Weir needs to really pay attention and be able to fast track some economic policy to be able to bring down some of the suffering of our masses. Because if you don't do so, the people getting disenchanted on a daily basis, it might bring another riot in the country. Because once students start taking the street, on the weekend we saw the economic freedom fighter is another radical movement that is breeding in Liberia. We saw that in the Pink Belt, and now the LU students are also on the rampage, and the market women going to join, other people going to join. So I think George Weir should act very fast to be able to put the situation under control. Maybe I'm telling you that I sent an 07, right? 2007 Honda CR-V to Liberia. The Liberian government, after B5, appraised my car here for around 6,000. Liberian government said my car will worth over 8,000. The duty to free that car is almost 3,600. Just to free one car from the port. They put overage, they put GST, they put ETL, and then they put duty. 4 different fees, and then they have another one they call 4% for not having a used car dealership license to carry used car to Liberia.
My so brother, if I was just, why you can't just send your team to Guinea?
Yeah, my man, we all need to support our economy. We think when we send
anything that will cause me to spend more than what I bought a car for, I'm not going to hear my head to send it to that country.
Yeah, but God, if everybody decide to ship to Guinea or Sierra Leone, how you think the country going to?
Then the country will be serious to reduce what is happening when it comes to shipping.
I think these are all process because all the things we're doing, we got guys over there, at least from this thing, you send it, those guys sell it, and other people trying to work and do some other things and living from there. But if everybody now you discourage everybody from shipping, and everybody say that you're not shipping, the government cannot afford to employ all these guys that have been working for all over time to be able to do 1 or 2 things. So I think the Liberian government should act fast to be able to resolve some of the economic problems. Because the US dollar is going up, the Liberian dollar is fast depreciating, and the market is getting high, and everything is getting tough in the country. So I think George Weir need to come and act fast.
Thank you. The crowd that come from Liberia, do you really think R.N will go to that country just now? No. President Weir need to leave office before I can go to that country. That country not safe. Liberia is not safe. Liberia is not a safe place under President George Manning Weah. It's not a safe place. Human rights violation is taking place. Don't take this call. When you call, you must mute your receiver. Okay? Or else you'll be cut off. Probably Jefferson Coaches sent you to call. Tell him he did not see me. Tell him. That's one of the young men that is sedition depending on to spend money for actions. And for us, we will not prescribe to that. Look at this one.
Hello?
Please, the next time you call, please mute your receiver, please.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, my point is some people live in Philadelphia, in Maryland. Those are some of the dirtiest and cheapest places in the United States of America, and they talk dirty things about Monrovia. You know, it's unfortunate because most of those people who talk about dirty of Monrovia, they live right in Philadelphia. There are even places in West Point in Monrovia that is cleaner than Philadelphia. I've been to Philadelphia, I've been to Maryland. Those are dirtiest and cheapest places in the entire United States of America. So people sit there and bomb up Monrovia without going to Liberia to contribute to the development of the country. So I don't want to talk much on the topic because I don't know a particular topic this morning. But on the issue of the central bank governor resigning this morning is in the interest of the country. It happens in any civilized society. If the head of the department feels that things are not going right, it is within the interest of that person integrity to resign and give other people a chance. And the president said in some of his meetings that if you cannot do the work, somebody else will come and do the work for you because the Liberian people need results. So on the issue of how they call the Fender campus, yes, it is true. The government of Liberia sent armed police or armed men at Fender campus to deter a demonstrator. It is not in the best interest of democracy. But what I want to say is that there is presently a bill in front of the legislature decriminalizing free speech, free demonstration in the Republic of Liberia. So if President Weah cannot work on that particular bill that he submitted in the interest of free speech and demonstration, then that he will be contradicting himself. So we need to be careful when we are analyzing some of those things. We need to give back to Liberia what Liberia has given to us, no matter who is power. We don't have to praise the government. We don't have to work in government. We can engage in the private sector. If we have the opportunity, we can put up our own little company to see how we can empower people. Those are things that will help the Liberian government. Now, when people talk about the minister salary I had, we heard that this government has reduced minister salary, not more than $7,500, $7,800 United States dollars. That's a good development. But the main problem in Liberia is the legislature. They have high salary, and the executive has no power to reduce that particular salary. The legislature need to be sincere with themselves and things about those that elected them from their various constituencies to see how best they can reduce their own salary to develop those areas that they are representing in Liberia.
Thank you.
So because it will depend on the governmental budget. The budget for the government, if you 80% is on salary, then the remaining 20%, what development you feel that it will impact on the Liberian society? Well, it will be nothing. So please, those that live in Philadelphia, Maryland, part of that particular area, they shouldn't bomb up Monrovia because they live in the same dirty condition that those people in Monrovia are living. So thank you very much.
You know, when somebody call, you can tell from their voice that they are seditious or not. You can tell from their voice whether they truly love our country, Liberia. Don't never make a mistake to compare Philadelphia, Maryland, or Virginia, whatever place, with Liberia. Don't do it. Because you'll be causing problems for yourself. Here in Philadelphia or in Pennsylvania, the poor people are looked after. How many poor people are looked after in Monrovia? How many? Liberia as a whole. How many housing units do you have to help the poor people, the ones that are jobless? How many? What part of Philadelphia or Pennsylvania you pass and start so many people? Where? What part of Maryland you pass and you start so many people? Where? You better tell your president to do the right thing. You start talking, trash. You start bringing trash here. You're going to Costa Show to go talk about your trash. Because they already gave you 35,000. So you go talk your trash there. I'll take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Ablaka Talk Show.
Good morning, AB. This is Edwin Amaduwedo Jr. and I call from Seattle, Washington.
Quickly, Chief.
I really want to know what's the topic this morning.
We're discussing Jefferson coaching involvement.
And the supers riot.
Yeah, the supers like this morning, Jefferson Kochi, last night, Liberian time, Jefferson Kochi contacted the police director. You know that he's one of those that don't even, OBA not too correct. So they sent police well armed on Fenner campus this morning. Well armed. They did the same thing this morning again. They did the same thing last street. The guys that the president appointed to go to the National Lottery, the people that they met there in those positions, the guy says they were not leaving. Reason because they are there for tenure. Some of them are there for 2 years. Some of them are there for 4 years. They heard the lady is there for 4 years. The president appointed somebody to replace a lady that 4 years has not yet been expired. Police people went on 11th Street this morning. They barricaded the whole building. Nobody entering. Nobody more come closer to the building.
So there are a few questions about the lottery stuff. Those people that they met, that were they elected by the Liberian people,
no,
or they were appointed?
When you are appointed, even the LRA, the LRA, Frida Tama was appointed. It's not an elected position. But the other created are coming now. The other created those various institutions is based on tenure. When you are serving certain positions, you serve those positions based on tenure. Marital is one. When you are serving at Marital, when you are the boss, it's tenure. It's not an elected position.
I get your position. If that was done by the president, for me, I think that wasn't right. Because I call on your show always and I told you I'm proud to be a Cedician. I am a Cedician. But it's not about CDC. It's about Liberian people. It's about Liberia. And pretending the supers demonstration, I think everyone has their right to demonstrate whatsoever they want, wheresoever they want to demonstrate, whensoever they want to demonstrate. But when I was in Africa, when I was in Liberia, there are so many times I saw how supers demonstration ended. It ended with people bleeding. It ended with people being hurt badly. So I don't think, like, putting all these cops around to stop the demonstration, I don't think they had the main reason of doing these for, like, stopping them. I think it was like probably to avoid chaos, because there are so many times supers go and demonstrate and so many things happen. I'm not saying the government, I'm not saying Jefferson Kochi was right for doing what he did, but I'm saying at least it helped to not see people being hurt. And I'm always on your show, AB, almost every time. This is my advice to you. The last time you called the president a dictator, you said he was turning to be a dictator. But there are people call on your show and you're not a president yet. As long as they are not saying things in favor of you, you don't give them, there are too many. A prefect called a call from Paris. He said the Liberian people are insane. This man is insulting the Liberian people, and you kept him on the phone for more than 2-3 minutes. And then the other guy called, trying to give his point, and then you just cut him off like that.
I cut him off and he just called back. That was the quarter before you.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you.
He went off. No, I want to tell you, he went off and he called back. If I cut you off, I will not pick up your call the next time you call. That was the caller that was just on the line. He the one that left the line before you came in.
Okay, I mean, I appreciate your show. At least you're trying to show up our government shortcoming, but there are some things you say about the government, maybe, that are not true. And you need to, like, I don't know how to say this, but you need to straighten out some of your topics. You need to get the actual facts where you get your facts from.
I always get facts, but thank you,
I don't know who. All right.
Thank you. For us, the seditions are proceeding wrongly. Because their president, the Liberian president, also proceeding wrongly. President, we know you normally follow this show in the morning. Because you don't have a plan, what to do when you wake up in the morning. No plan, no agenda. Confused president. A president who don't have an agenda. But the Liberian people blaming you. I don't think they should really be blaming you. I don't really think they should be blaming you because you never presented anything to them. You never presented anything to them. So because you're confused, you're incompetent, you don't have that charisma. You was unable to go for a debate. You escaped the senatorial debate. You escaped the debate 2006. You escaped 2011. You could not go for a debate because a man who joined CDC in less than 3 months defeated you in CDC primary. Winston Tubman. But Winston Tubman went for the debate. The vice presidential candidate debate, you also escaped. 2017, you escaped as well. Jefferson Kochi was telling you, Brazil, don't go there. We get a lot of things to do. But he did not tell you that you are incompetent. Jefferson Kochi refused to advise you that an attempt to go for the debate, it will be like crucifying you. We saw the debate while Ellis Comey did. Based on his performance, the Liberian people voted him. That was Comey's first time in our history to contest. Other political parties contested their first time. How far they went? What was the total vote of them? But Comey came 4th place in a country like Liberia. You want us to glorify Josh and we are? Do you really think we are here to sing praise and worship song to you? Because you are a disgrace. President Weah is a complete disgrace in our country. And the reason why I'm saying this, any man who would naked himself, to walk in restaurant, that person is a disgrace to their generation or their family. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
My name is Alexander Samaka.
Quickly to the issue, Chief.
Hello?
Quickly to the issue.
I just want to make my little contribution. Your Facebook host there. You should not be saying all kind of stuff about our president. Not competent. That's attacking personality. Okay, why if he's not competent, why is the bacteria in the Constitution? of competencies for the president. Can he please tell me what the criteria set in the Constitution?
Make your point. You have a 2 minutes. When your 2 minutes finish, and then I will give other people the time.
Yes, I mean, don't just get on Facebook to trash the president.
I have the right for me.
Don't be personal. Don't be that much personal.
Oh, but what a man did to naked himself to walk in a restaurant, that personality there.
My dear brother.
No. That personality. Say you want. Say I'm trying to give you a chance. It's like you don't want a chance. So I'm trying to give you the chance. You don't want it.
Do you know how economy works? Did you know that?
Every high soul.
If the country is damaged
on this talk show,
you expect somebody to find a country more? Why some of you guys have so much ignorance? You said that in America and talk all kind of trash about the president. I mean, something wrong with you people, man.
Because the president is a man who naked himself for a few thousands.
You talking about Kumi? Kumi is a U.S. citizen. That is the Liberia Constitution.
No, you don't know the Constitution better than the National Election Commission.
I do. Kumi is a U.S. citizen.
All right, thank you, Chief. No. Caller, what is your name? Where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Hey, Ebi, good morning.
Good morning, Chief.
Yeah, my name is George. I'm calling from Houston, Texas.
Quickly, Chief.
Yeah, man. Ebi, let me just say something directly to all the talk show hosts and around the world, particularly to you. The thing that happening in Liberia is no stream. It's not stream to us, to every one of us. The people look at the whole thing. I think you're presenting the argument, and they know what they are getting into. So I just feel sorry for you. When you start to talk some of these things to the people, then it'll be like the Liberian man say, wasting water on the dog back. It will not penetrate because they saw it, everything that we all told them, and they say no, we don't get time for it. So I don't even get time for the only thing I pray for. I ask that it should be in Liberia. The president is to just keep the peace. That's it. That's all I want for the 6th year. So we are going to try to just keep that peace until the 6th year can finish and then can go by again. Because they know what they went for and they got it already. Why you hitting your head? You can talk it up and down though. Now you listen to your. If they even come back to cry to you and say no, it's okay. I mean, I'm asking Georgia to just keep the peace in Liberia. Whatever that go on there until the 6th year can come, then agree. If you're putting back again, then I that only peace I want. And the second point I want to come to with the Jefferson County building you talking about, he's sending people. To university campus. Because I believe that every demonstration in any country, you can apply for permit before you can do it. If at all the student want to demonstrate, if it's in a confirm of that university, I don't know how that works. But if they come in outside, obviously they should have a permit before they can do something like that. If they don't have permit, then Kochi is right to
send. Let me hold you right there. Let me take this caller. I will get to you back. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
I'm Harris calling from Liberia.
Harris, go ahead, Chief.
I was listening to your show where you made a comment about a commercial that the president had during his soccer career. At the time he wasn't president for once. And if we look at other people that have served in government that did some similar stuff like that, we look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor for California. He Terminator. He got butt naked. We look at let's go to the president of the United States. Let's look at the former the former president for Guatemala. He did the same thing. What is different between those people and the president? He shot a commercial. If you go to Google, you Google it. He shot a commercial too. He was butt naked.
Stop playing phone. Just stop playing phone. You should not justify that. No African. No African soccer player.
Listen, but here's the problem. Here's the problem, right? The man's a president and he also a human being. every human being has their skeleton in the closet, or every human being has done something that they are not proud of, or everybody has the right to do whatever they want to do, because everybody are their own individual. You just say, you can't tell me say you have not done anything wrong. Thank you. Things that you're not proud of, you have done things that you're not proud of, and at the same time, other people have done things they're not proud of. But that doesn't mean that, because he did something he's not proud of, he's not capable of running the country, or he's not capable of doing this or doing that. That's exactly what we're looking at here. You saying that because the man tried making for a commercial, he's not competent to be president, and I don't see the sense in that.
Thank you, Chief. No African, I repeat, no African, whether being soccer player or being what, ever naked themselves to just avatar spray. No African soccer player ever did that. That's why other African players receive more money than President Weah before coming to the presidency. Wango Kanu is one of the richest African players. Wango Kanu was not European best. Osin JJ Okocha. Samuel Ito was never a world best. I'll take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, I'm Richard Yossi, and I call from Australia.
Richard, go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, Abraka, let me tell you today, I've really been listening to your show, but I think what you're doing today is not right at all. That video you're playing, that technical video is a graphic video. And you know that, and I know that.
When you say it's a graphic
there is nowhere that it's a graphic. There was nowhere in time that George Weah was naked when he did that video. It's a graphic.
Also, he had a
But have you monitored that video? It's a graphic. That is just an advert. It's just an advert.
That is not
true. You know that.
The man naked himself and walk.
It is not true.
Okay.
It's not true.
All right.
That is not true.
All right.
You know what happened? You are a Liberian. Okay. You guys need to stop what you guys doing.
We will not stop once the man continue to behave the way he is behaving.
How is he behaving?
Okay, the poverty rate in our country drop. The poverty rate in our country
will stop the poverty in the country. The future plane will stop the poverty in your country. You guys are part of the Liberian. I just don't understand.
Now take this one. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Hello, this is Mr. Tabla calling from Sweden, Europe.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, Chief Omer, the only thing that some of us we are seeing right now, and I just want to say here is the problem that going on in Liberia right now. If you look at it from the professional level, I think this problem has been caused by some of you guys. Because of the personal issue you make that against our president. I was speaking to you, I'm not a citizen, but I am a Liberian. And we had an election, the election is over. All we all have to do right now is to put our hands together and see how we can make our nation to be a better nation and forget the past. But when you guys sit on the air and begin to criticize your president and insult him and say all these things and manipulate the brains of the other Liberians who don't know, maybe, I think at the end of the day, someone who will listen to me, they will see that it is you guys that are causing the problem in Liberia personally right now. If you have a better idea, you come up with something concrete on the table that can move the nation forward. Let it pass and let it be done. All we want to see right now is a better Liberia. It is not about Ben Joria. It is not about Joria anymore. It is about the nation. It's about Liberia. So all these things you're doing,
I am not a problem. When the government said they wanted to... No, I'm not a problem. I'm not the problem.
No, you
are
one of
the man is a complete dictator, and they just suspended Punch FM and most of the radio station lesson that received their lesson in January. And they just expel them.
Because you people don't know the definition and the consequence of freedom of press.
Oh, okay. That's the reason why I'm here.
Yeah.
Since I don't know it,
so,
I don't know
no,
don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. I know say I don't know it in Liberia. I'm not going to go establish a radio station there. What I have established here is much better, and the message are going. Thank you.
Yeah, but
I will not waste my time on anyone who will come here and be glorifying Josh Manawia. You want to glorify him? Go on Costa show. I say that here. Why you don't want to do it? I want to glorify Josh Manawia. Do you really think so? Do you think I want to glorify somebody who naked themselves and walk around? Do you really think so? Do you really think I want to glorify somebody who is a cheater in their own marriage home? Do you really think so? Do you think I'm one of those surrogates from the CDC? What Jefferson Kochi doing there? You come in here to defend it, to tell me say Jefferson Kochi was right, going to the police director telling him that they must deploy armed men on Fena Campbell. He come here to justify that. Go on Costa show, go glorify it. I hold nothing against Costa. Costa like he can discuss me all day. I care nothing. People who put their bedders in wheelbarrow for 35,000, I am not one of them. Like I show you guys the text message yesterday. The sedition want me. That is not F and Une. The guys have planned to have meeting with me. I show you guys the text message yesterday. If I let me show it to the audience now, I will show it so you can know. The guys want me. I am not one of them. You go on the Costa show, you go to me. I belong to SUP. So I will not bow down to the golden image. I will not. I will not do that. This is the text message. This is the text message that these guys sent me. This is it. Take a look at it. I'm not gossiping. Yeah, the number that they sent. I'm not gossiping. They put it in the front of conference call for me to go and meet with them. You think I'm stupid? You think I'm looking for a job? I'll take this caller. I'm not looking for a job. I want the life of our people to be improved. Caller, what is your name? Where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, my name is Mafona Rotterdam. I'm calling from Moreover to be a telecom community.
Go ahead, Chief.
Hello?
You have the time.
Yeah. The issue on my mind among the discussion on the show, I think I really coming to you people now to realize that the next year, Judge Manawia, we get a box to search you. We get a box to search you. Yes, sir, now you ask me anymore. I'm a strong solution. Everybody in my community knows me. I even calling the show before. But I think the government is coming just about to search you for us. We got nothing. Absolutely nothing is doing to improve the 30 people less. The program of Jonah will tell you could many different, but nothing they are doing just about to search you for us.
Thank you, Chief. We know.
Are you there?
We know that this man is not in the interest of you guys in our country. Only few of them. Look at what happened yesterday. Molba Molu sent 35 names of individuals.
I'm living, I'm thinking, I'm living West Side is, I am speaking personally, man, know me. Normally, I can tell you, I told you just recently, we get a photo to just go to Europe for us. We just waste our time, waste our energy. We only all around things. We really compete for our throne. We call president. Nothing is doing now. Nothing. The rate going up. It's just going up. Nothing they can do about it.
So how much you got buying back of rice in our country?
Back of rice is $16 to $15 for back of rice for 50 kg.
Oh.
For back of rice.
Oh. And I said it on the show. I said it on the show before September. Before September, the U.S. rate, from our research, the U.S. rate will be around 200.
Almost 200.
Oh.
Now I have a blue running. I think 157 now. So what is doing there now? 157 on the rate now. They every morning they wanted to call and say central bank. They be calling every morning to ask me how much is it today. Today I call and say the next time you call me, I will tell you something you will not believe it.
My brother, just black that number. Just black that number, Chief.
So I told them. Every time they call me, the morning they call me, they ask me for the rate.
Somebody was even telling me that even the bag of rice, the rice that they even selling, that is not a good one. Oh. Not the one.
The father for the father for back of rice.
Oh. Now the propo there now. Now the propo.
Nothing. I need to buy gas for my car, put in my car. I go around.
The engine level car on your gas, your car will start smoking automatically because the gas they have in our country is not a good one. Oh, Lila, that boy confused. The matter even have an agenda. The matter have an agenda.
Confused. I tell you, Greg, you have my brother, I'm sorry, everybody that I used to play, I'll just take it out to appeal the other one to apologize to me. We are used to call to just be talking about Korea, then I appeal to everybody because you really do nothing of it. What is standing people, you know, it's nothing but standing people is not what it. I don't want to break you, then you're going to say, equal.
Thank you, Chief.
All right. Yeah,
let's take this call. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yeah, good morning. I'm calling from South Dakota, Sioux Falls.
What's your name?
My name is Archie.
Archie, quickly.
Yeah, I was listening to you concerning Jefferson Coaches going to the police director and should I use the word commending him to send men on the UL campus. That's unfortunate. I mean, it means that the police director does not even know what he's doing. Who is Jefferson?
But you don't see the police director, the man big, but nothing up here. You see the man muscle, big, nothing up here. The man is a fool. Oh, you know that most of the people that the president appointing, most of them are incompetent, educationally and experience-wise.
No,
so Jefferson Coaching went there and told him the man sent men. And now we're in that place. This morning, maybe you will see the clip on Facebook. This morning, they even sent additional men on 11th Street to National Lottery head office. Because the guys that are there, they said they're not leaving office because they are there for 4 years. And some of them are there for 2 years. And the president appointed somebody to take over the office wherein those guys' tenure have not yet been expired.
Yeah, you know, when you said many of those he has appointed are not are not upstairs, it's an understatement, you know. Joshua himself is not up to the task.
Oh,
so he would
Right. He would not want people who are more than him to be with him. So he would find people of his caliber. But beyond that, I mean, our country is so sad that we are going backwards, you know? I mean, I don't know what to say about it. But
after a world best, European best, African best, refused to declare his asset.
That's the only qualification they can give for him. When we're talking about leadership, they would say he was world best. I was just disappointed saying the vice president one time when she sat over radio and said because Opon was world best, so he can lead the country because he captured the war on the field, so he can lead. Look at where we are. Look at where we are. You say Ellen Johnson Sirleaf never administered the country properly. You came to change. Now you blaming everything is about blame, and excuses.
My brother, they even gave them credence because it is the same seditions led by their godfather, President George Manuel Weah, who said that Ellen government performed 80%. 80% in Africa, that means 80% in Africa, that means that government or that president did extremely well.
No, you know
80% is not a joke.
You know what I think? It was out of ignorance when he said it. You know, he thought when they asked him from 1 to 10, he thought if he had said 8, that means the person performed poorly. You know, so he said it out of ignorance. This is the problem we got. The brother does not understand when people are talking to him. Now that's why they're hiding him from the press. Look at what is going on in our country. The young man has not said anything. People just going around, people dying, people police shooting. People. I mean, the whole place is in disarray. The president just quiet. He's not saying anything because he can't face in the press. You know, because he doesn't understand when people are talking these kind of things. They ask you the person you want to take from in office, grade him from 1 to 10. Then you say he gave 8. Now you are saying the problem we're facing now that Ellen left. How you will say that? Someone who made 80. Then you say what? So I mean, that's not an issue, man. Yeah, let's try to see what Labrador can be like, man. It's so sad.
Thank you. If you're thinking that you can have me, Nze, over to join the other crumbs eater, you joking. You joking. If you think you will have me over for me to join you guys to spread your message, you joking. I don't want to. The people's interest is my interest. Once the Liberian people are satisfied, their life has improved, then that means you have pushed me to also praise you. What we are doing here, we are doing it in the interest of our people. I will not be a surrogate to a single individual. I will not do it. I will not do it. So I warned the guys that sent me the text message. I told them that an attempt to send me those kind of text messages, next time, I will report to the FBI. I will send information out. And whosoever that have that number, since I know that they are seditions, that have been sent by Jefferson Kollie and President Weah to have me reason because they're saying that I'm giving them a hard time, will be taken to court seriously. If they can joke, for me I don't joke. Hello?
Hello?
Quickly go ahead. You are live on the Abraka Talk Show.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for having me on the show. I'm calling from Morocco.
Oh, Prophet Key.
Yeah, brother.
Welcome, Chief.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate being on the show this minute. And we are out in the street, but I have to contribute. To encourage you to continue doing the good work because that's the only way forward. Okay? We have to keep the feet to the fire. And even the citizens and people know that this government is misleading like people. if you have seen the video that this guy recorded and Livingston made yesterday, you will see clear that Physician said to know that the government messing things up. Because Sean Livingston is a die-hard physician, and he said that McGill took 20,000 from the deputy and public work minister for him to maintain his job. And if they are coming out saying it, you should know that many things are at stake. This particular government never came in the interest of our people. And each time when they try to exclude George Weah. How can you exclude the man? They say the gold brand, they're looking for the gold beer. That's the man the head of the whole thing. He's the head of the corruption. You think George Weah don't know that people taking money from people, giving them job? Like Joe, one of the right man, he know all these things. But God will come to this year, they will come clear because they still getting out of budget. They're trying to bleed entourage and they don't want to point to him. Okay? And he's the one that gives the people the order. He's the one that people following. Okay? If the president will go and take a private job as a gift. Okay? And now they're browsing with data degree. So when you see how you call it, the follower will not be doing the same thing. So like what happening now in our country continually. But now you say and say no, like I always say, they only got 6 years. Hello?
Yeah, for those of you who are listening live, this is Prophet Key on the line. Prophet Key is from Morocco, one of the toughest talk show hosts. The B-52 from Morocco is now on the line. Prophet Key, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. So like I said, the government is corrupt, and I always say, this government only got 6 years. So we are making the job easier for the opposition. Making it easier for the opposition, and even the physician themselves, they get now to themselves to know that the government cannot go for 12 years. You saw the pro-power celebration, nobody turned up. And even Sean Livingston confessed that nobody turned up. So John should be careful. How can you be careful? The whole thing is the man is corrupt and you continue to be corrupt. Look at how you go to R.N Kollie that traveling around with 22,000 in a car. The car came to how you go to break. They not get break in the country. R.N Kollie carrying 22,000 in a car. That one make a government go bring out of asset there. Amen. But for the poor people to pay all the money. Those are influenced all that money. They managed to pay all the money when they came to rescue. They saw to the 2,000 waste all in the car with accident took place. He was in Morocco 2 days ago. I saw one that he got an official in Morocco, but not disclose the name. He came in Morocco. Okay, they're trying to, how you call it, Mago with Moroccan and business people to go there to take over the city corporation to help them. But all the things are brought here on the water. So I will try to get more information and I will say pass over to you so we can work in the interest of our people. Because we can see conflict of interest. Everything that they're doing is only to enrich themselves. They are not working in the interest of the Liberian people. There's the marketing governmental offices, the marketing governmental job. Okay, when you want job, you get market 30,000, market you go and get a personal home. Citizen themselves, I thought about saying it. So we are doing the right thing. Let me tell you, brother, everybody cannot pick up at the same time. Okay? We don't have the same mind, we don't have the same capacity and reasoning. But time goes by, God has shown the people that the people are no doubt this government is not in the interest of the Liberian people, even those citizens themselves who are foot soldiers, who are running here and there, they don't get a job. They don't put a knee on the list, they put us there, but they get nothing. Because government selling the job to people that get money. So where are we going? There is no hope, there is no future, all of the Jamaican government. Anything we need to do, we need to continue talking for our people to know. Because you know the masses are still blind, the masses are only out for love, but not looking at competency. This guy is not competent, and that guy knew that he don't know the job. They don't want to make a mark. Because you see the man is a Masonic mark. In the Masonic society, that's what we call make a mark. Okay? Everybody needs to make a mark. So they came to make a mark. You always mark. And everybody should know that a particular man came to make a mark. He made a mark already, and he cannot go for 12 years. He knows This government know, the president know that. So all they do is to see. Can you imagine less than 6 months? Look at the cost of living. Look at the cost of living in Liberia. Okay? And when you know they have no solution. No solution at all. Because when they're supposed to be a solution, they're still taking part there. You can't tell the Lebanese men to bring things there when Lebanese men still part of you. You can't say you have this account when you people have no reserves in the central bank. How do you buy the way up? So nothing there. For people, we are suffering and will continue to suffer, but the right thing to do is advocacy for our people. So our people will know what's happening. Because the guys will come in 6 years time and start getting back about the people. I think that we lost them. They will not love you to the time of election. So the people will shine your eyes and things will continue to get higher and higher because the guy got no solution. Or who says that in the interest of this government, because this government is not a government akin to take the post of the poverty, but to increase poverty of our people. So the only thing we can do is to continue to open the eyes of the people. The citizens themselves know that they're already losing the battle. They're losing the battle and they will lose the battle because they're not able to job. We need people that will press button to change our condition. Okay? But these people only think to enrich themselves. Few group of people. Now I say we in Liberia, we need to organize, we need a union. The government doesn't help for the people. But how the majority will suffer, the few group of people enjoy it, then we take our way out there. So we need to continue talking, we need to organize ourselves to engage the government constructively. Citizens know that they are not going for 12 years. Everything they say is just a joke. We're not talking against the sectors. You saw on Saturday when they call for proper and you can sell a patient. Nobody said that. They were always there trying to threaten the Liberian people saying that the government is under attack. How can the government be under attack? The government of people. Who are attacking the government? Let them tell us who is attacking the government. So the people, to be the picture.
Thank you.
To open the eyes of the people, and then we know that those guys are nervous, not going to job, they still have time to eat. But the time to eat and the time to feed. They eat to feed.
Thank you.
Government is continue pushing the truth, the real truth. Don't put around the push. They to know I say, and like some people will remember you. They will remember you as one of the people who forced the government to accept the truth and force the government to restart. So the government needs to restart because they put on the job. We now want our people to protest something. So that there is a 5-year-old child telling the truth. 5-year-old child telling the truth.
Thank you. Thank you, Prophet Key. That's extremely well. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, too, brother. Thank you for the show.
Jefferson Kollie is the least among city mayors in Africa. Even Sierra Leone city mayor is better than Kollie. She is better. They call her Voni Aki Soya. The lady have 11 years experience in Great Britain. The Ghanaian city mayor, the city mayor of Accra, he is better than the Kollie that the people dancing around. Mohamed Adjiri, his last name is Sowa. This man have the experience. Jefferson Kollie is the least city mayor in Africa. But let's take our last caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Welcome to the Abraka Talk Show.
Yes, my friend and brother, Kamal, how are you? This is Philando Tamasa, and I call you from North Dakota, from the city of Bismarck. How are you, my dear brother?
I'm trying to be Gucci.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thank you so much for picking up my calls. I mean, it is good, for this debate, because, I mean, is, people's opinion, are not necessarily, facts, You know, I don't want to just come up on certain things. You know, my friend in Morocco, Mr. Key, he was one of those, you know, that created a platform for the CDC administration. And I had a conversation with him. He's one of those individuals that highly disappointed because he believes that he has not been recognized by Ambassador Weah. But that's not the issue. Liberia today, if a child was 5 years old, that now sitting on the street, it is not George Weah that created that particular condition. If you know and I know that people, the condition currently in Liberia is something that I just bust up quite recently. In 6 months, for it to be going on, it didn't just start within the 6 months. The incremental in terms of the rate going up started, you know, for the 12 years, especially when the entire economic collapse within the Madam Salif regime. What can the CDC government do? This is what we intend to do. If you watch, you know, some of the things, we cannot cater to all of the problem at the same time. Building sustainable roads will alleviate some constraint on our people. And to achieve that is to make sure that those roads, you know, are built and the necessary resources, you know, coming up to the country that Liberians for other areas will troop on that side and they'll be having jobs that will be able at least to sustain them. When it comes to the rate, you're saying, no, Kamar, our economy is fragile. You understand me? Our country is totally on an input-based solution. We do a lot of input and export. Okay. Any country, to just conclude, that input more than exporting, the economy will not be stable. Okay. And this is the situation.
But don't forget that the same country you're great 80%.
And we're working towards it. And you know that. Okay. So for people to come up, just say, you know, all these things will be 6 months. Look, let's just move the sentiment. If you have been whipped in the election, cool down. The 6 years will come and we'll still go back.
Okay.
So cool down. Yeah.
Right. No,
but we'll make sure we deliver. Yeah, know what I mean? We'll make sure that we deliver. We'll make sure that we deliver. But if you bring the argument should be sustainable, you know, should be, you know, balanced with facts, you know, in reality. So to say within 6 months, the rate is going on is George Weah, I think that argument is not sustainable.
Thank you, Chief.
It's been a 5 months. That's what the talking about. For in 5 months, everybody looking at the client. Anytime you post, like the time that people can be adding more force to the rest, the owner buy the chicken cartoon. When you go pay for it can be jala but the cartoon why you won't proof because the US jumping rope too. But enter two and you who you vote to. Not about lesson for but lesson and you see the team. But what's the need? We not even want to hope a key. Charlie the chief, you can go ahead and take your leave.
Then are we going home today? We are not taking any more call. We have been presenting you a flunky, a disjointed individual, an individual that don't understand anything, an individual who continue to pursue the police director for them to send men on the campuses of the universities of Liberia. And that if an incompetent individual, that person is Jefferson Kollie. It's not a surprise for us to see incompetent President Weah appointing another incompetent man, Jefferson Kollie. I'm your lead host, Unze Abraham K. Kamara. I am here every Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. The next time you will see this face will be this coming Sunday. Or if not, someone will say next week, Sunday. We are here in the interest of the masses. Like I said, we are not picking up any more call. The next time you will hear this voice, this tune will be next week. Sunday. For those of you who are interested in contacting us, message me on Facebook. I am the Ude Mze Abraham K. Kamara on Facebook. That is a Liberian. Thank you and bye-bye for now.